Welcome back. We are now in part 6 of the readout of the official affidavit documents in the case of Jaqueline Torres-Garcia, who we refer to as Mimi. This will be the final part of this series as we will wrap up reading everything at this point. If this is you seeing this video for the first time, please make sure that you rewind on my profile, start with part 1. That's the only way all of this will make sense. If you are looking for more information on this case, I have posted numerous other videos, which you can also find on my profile as well. Let's get right back into things where we left off, where they were interviewing Mimi's biological father, Victor Torres. Torres stated that when Garcia moved back to New Britain from Farmington, she would not give him her address. He stated that Carla would meet him in her car on a side street. He stated that he grew so concerned that he contacted DCF to do a wellness check, but was told they could not do one because he did not know where she lived. He stated that he had since become aware that DCF had done welfare checks on Mimi, but that a person posing as Mimi was a younger sister of one of Garcia's friends. Victor stated that he was last at 24 Tremont Street on Sunday morning, October 5th, 2025. He brought McDonald's for his children. Carla told him that Mimi was at a friend's house, which again concerned Victor because of the early morning hour. He argued with Carla that then Carla brought Angie down to eat McDonald's. Carla allowed him to drive Angie to buy shoes, which surprised him because she never allowed him to take the kids. He ended up driving NG to the West Farms Mall, but Carla followed in her car, and after spending some time in the mall, Carla drove her home. Victor stated that he learned that Jaqueline was possibly deceased on October 8th, 2025, when his brother Melvin phoned him and told him that Jonathan Nanita, who Victor grew up with and had contact with because Nanita was dating Carla, told a friend named, quote, Wee Wee, that Mimi was deceased in the tote found that morning in New Britain. Victor stated that after Nanita was questioned at the police station later that night, he was able to talk to him on FaceTime through a friend's phone. He confronted Nanita, who stated words to the effect that Carla made him do it. On October 12, 2025, Detective Hopkins traveled to 135 Wellington Drive in Farmington and met with the current homeowners. The homeowners moved from Arizona to the Wellington address on July 3, 2025. When they moved into the unit, they stated that it was a mess and very dirty. A used stroller was in the closet. Dark red/brown gunk was on the stairs, a twin mattress was left in the basement closet, and several bottles of cleaning products, including bleach, were also in the basement. The homeowners stated the apartment did not smell, but that several items were broken, including the drawers, the dishwasher, and door handles. Detective Hopkins asked if there were zip ties located anywhere, and they stated that there were small zip ties found on top of one of the air conditioners. The homeowners forwarded photographs of the apartment confirming the damage. That in summary, on October 8th, 2025, the remains of 12-year-old Mimi were found concealed in a 40-gallon tote bin behind an abandoned building at 80 Clark Street in New Britain. Based on interviews and an investigation by the New Britain and Farmington Police Departments and the findings of the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner, Mimi passed away in the fall of 2024 while she lived on 135 Wellington Drive of Farmington, Connecticut, with her birth mother, Carla Garcia, and Garcia's boyfriend, Jonathan Nanita, who were responsible for her care and well-being. Also living in the home at that time was Mimi's younger sister and 3 younger half-siblings. Also present in the home during part of this time was Carla's sister, Jaqueline Garcia. During interviews with Jonathan Nanita, Jaqueline Garcia, and Carla Garcia, they admitted to the intentional restraint, neglect, and cruelty of Mimi that we believe caused her death. The investigation determined that Mimi's remains were stored on Wellington Drive before being moved to Tremont Street, New Britain, then 80 Clark Street in New Britain, where the remains were found in a tote. Carla Garcia and Jonathan Nanita both admitted to concealing Mimi's death and lying to friends, family, and the authorities about her location and death. Based on the above-mentioned facts and circumstances, they stated, the detectives, I believe that probable cause exists to arrest Carla Garcia of 24 Tremont Street, New Britain, Connecticut, and charge her with schmurder with special circumstances, conspiracy to commit schmurder with special circumstances, risk of injury to a minor, unlawful restraint first degree, intentional cruelty to a child, tampering with evidence, and violation of the requirements regarding the disposal of a deceased body. That is the formal affidavit, and this is filed under Carla's name and paperwork. So while the last part mentioned it was for her arrest, obviously Jaqueline Garcia and Jonathan Anita were also arrested in this case and are currently awaiting a trial at this point. I have provided a recent update a few days ago, and like I said at the beginning of this video, for more information, please look at my profile. Further down, I have a 3-part series that covers the entire timeline of what occurred in this case, as well as Mimi's custody, what was going on there, the background information between Carla, Jonathan, Jaqueline, and Victor in this case. So thank you for listening. Let me know your thoughts below, and if you've heard about this case before and what your thoughts are. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, and to support my channel, please make sure that you are following me, liking, and sharing. It greatly helps, and it's free to do. I will see you all in the next one. And if there's any other cases that you're interested in me reporting on, please make sure that you list them below in the comments, and I will gladly look into things.